I know y'all seen my after party banner, but this is actually just me ranting, and I didn't feel like putting like no other pictures because every time when I put a picture up there, it looks grainy as hell. So you're just gonna have to deal with this after party banner. So, um, but I do wanted to get into my rants, and Material Life may or may not jump on this one with me because we have. I think we're having a little, little talky talk, and I just wanted to get what she meant. But um, I swear I had three rants today, but I cannot remember what it was, and I don't know if it was about Kenneth Petty because I think it was about Kenneth Petty. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Because we really didn't talk about it. And most of the stuff I am going to talk on the podcast. But most of the stuff I wanted to get out of my system because most of the times when I'm doing the podcast, I'm moderating. So let me just. I wanted to get these out the way, and I don't. Which I'm sorry. That's it. Let me put my list up, even though it's only two. There we go. All right, and the two topics I was supposed to talk about here in my rant out of the three, one is going to be Remy Ma. Why did I put Rent Ma and Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry and Remy Ma. First off, I'm gonna go with Remy Ma first because as y'all know, I am a fan of battle rap, and she just had a event going on. It's called "I Do What I Want," and the headline was Geechee Gotti versus Easy the Block Captain. So, um, for what I hear, it was a fire battle, and I've heard a little bit of Geechee's. I think it was third round where basically he went on Remy, and if you seen the pictures of Remy Ma when he was speaking to her, or if you seen like a little glimpse of that battle, I don't know if I can play it because I don't know if they're just shutting it down because the only person I seen them do it was like online, and maybe it's on 15 Minutes of Fame. But I guess when that battle drops, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch it anyway. But I wanted to talk about that because there was it was a rumor that she was talking with Easy the Block Captain, and that there was some type of affair going on between her, Easy the Block Captain, and Papoose. Now, I don't believe it, and I want to start off by saying I don't
Hey,
believe it. Yep. What up, B?
yeah, I'm doubled up because I literally logged on and it just like kicked me out, and then I was like, bloop. So the other one should eventually pop off.
Oh, so I wanted to, I wanted to know what you mean by it's a mess by that question you gave me. By the way, I'm live. Just so you know.
I know, I heard it, and I can see the little
Yeah,
sign. It's been
I
so
wanted to
long
know
since
what you meant
it's
by
like
that.
technically feels like an after party, but it's been so long.
I know, I know. I've been tired. Every time I come home, I've been tired. So that's on me.
Mhm. Well, it's fine,
It's,
but
and today was technically my day off, but I worked just so I could get some extra money and all that other stuff.
hmm
But but yeah, but enough about that. We're on to you. Um,
do you want to pull
well,
up
yeah.
that
What
video?
you want me to pull up the video?
Yeah, you want to pull it up?
Okay. Damn, I gotta get the.
Or are you not home? Are you home?
I'm home.
Oh, well, you,
I'm home. I can. I can get the video. It's
But you
just
get
something
you're
weird.
off Monday and Tuesday, right?
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thursday. The thing is, why I still do it on Thursdays because I come home long enough to, before 10, so I can set up and do the podcast and all that stuff. But and for some
Hmm.
reason Thursdays, I feel like, I guess because I've been doing the podcast so much that Thursdays I could just do them and then just keep going. So,
Hmm. But
uh,
and Thursday's like right, it's like right when you freshly start work, so it's like your body's not done and exhausted yet. And as time progresses, you're like, yeah, I'm done.
you know what? You are probably right.
Because it's like that Monday, like when you first, like after you have that weekend break, you're like, "Oh, okay, I got the energy." And then, like after that first big day, the second day, you're like, third day, you're like, yeah, I'm done. I'm ready for, for the weekend to hit. Your weekend isn't like the regular Saturday, Sunday, like everybody else. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I could still
So
talk about it without the girls' video. It was just to show reference. Um, so it makes sense as to what we're talking about.
yeah,
But
because I'm trying to make sense of it because even though I can read, I feel like I need you to say it to me. You know how it's just one of those things that I need to hear it before I can give my decipher answer. That way, I'm not confused. It's more or less for me, not
yeah.
because.
Yeah, that's why I want people to also see the video to know exactly what I'm talking about, reason why I feel this type of way. So it's not looking like why would like it's just random, like that's just a random topic. But it's not it's like it's just the same thing like the whole table discussion thing. It's like once these conversations start to become like a for some odd reason like the black men's conversation piece to women. For some odd reason, it seems like to be like a continuance of the same conversations will continue on and continue on and continue on for clickbait purposes.
Oh, okay, all right. Did, is she? She still there?
Yeah, but I,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring it up, but this for some reason it's not fucking. Ah, there it go. Okay, damn.
they probably didn't want you to be great. It was
Man,
like,
I don't know.
nope.
Jesse was. I don't know. Jesse kind of bugging. And okay, all right. Because I like the. Don't get me wrong. I like the video. The video is sweet because she was just like standing
And
by
I,
her man and all
yeah,
that
and I
stuff.
100% agree with her. Like, that's a conversation between her and her man, but that's not really a conversation for a woman, though. That was my whole thought process is let's see the video so it don't look like I'm just complaining.
Okay, can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, and yet no. Goddamn.
Can you hear the audio or is it just me?
Okay, all right. You now, what was it that you was trying to tell me about this whole thing?
Oh, so I was saying that I feel like the thing is the question is not for the woman to ask exactly how much does it cost for a man to like I guess date her or be with her or whatever the question was like whatever the question he asked. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what it was, is how much does it cost for a man to date her or whatever? or be with her or whatever. I don't even remember what the question was. But I'm like, that's not really, it's not a question for the woman, to be honest. It's a question for the man. It's like, how much, how much do a guy think, like, it's worth for him to feel like a man, to be honest, because let's be honest about it. The situation is the man is like, okay, he's the provider, he's the leader, he's the husband, he's the head of the household and everything. How much does it cost for you to feel like you're the man? Like, is it $50,000? Is it $60,000? Is it $100,000? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna be the head of the household. You're still gonna be the man of the household. You still have your roles to lead this household. So you have to be comfortable in if let's say 50, okay, she could say, oh, 50,000, but if you're not comfortable as a man just only bringing in 50,000, you're not gonna feel like a complete man in the relationship. Some men can be comfortable in 50,000, and you're gonna find the right woman that is gonna be okay with also bringing in the other half to make, to complete the whole. But that's the thing. The problem is like they always they seem to want to ask the female, how much do she think? No, it's once the man is whole, the female will only complete and add more. The men have to be able to be comfortable as the man, as the leader of the household, with the income that he is bringing in. Either he wants to bring in more, and he feels like he wants to elevate, he wants to expand, he feels like okay. I feel like some men they'll be like, they may not be okay for them. They might be like, oh, I think I'll be comfortable making $500,000, income, but they're not there yet. They probably haven't hit like the 100,000, but that's for them. That's where they will. Their goal is to go head toward. So it's up to the men. Like that's not a question for the female to be, explaining or answering for the men. That is a question for the men to be answering for themselves. And the female, the question is for the female, like, how much do you think as a female that you have to bring in to make you feel complete as the wife, as the mother, as the helpmate? Like these are like why are y'all asking females to answer questions for the men? Like, and then y'all get mad once y'all feel like girls are constantly jumping into men business, or they always have something to say about a man, this and that, because y'all keep on pulling us into y'all shenanigans. And then when somebody starts to say outrageous stuff, then y'all say, oh, we out of control. Oh, we ungrateful. Oh, we ain't humble. Y'all done pulled us in so much at this point, we gonna throw out some numbers.
I'm just making sure you got everything out before I give my retort. So just making sure you got it.
I got everything.
Okay, so this is my theory. Because this is basically my theory of the whole synopsis, or at least why people ask. Because women, in my opinion, they have a image of a lifestyle of what they want. So as far as a leader, even though I am supposed to lead, I have to know what people need just so they can live a comfortable life. As a man, you gotta if I'm like a repairman, I gotta know what is broken so it needs to be fixed, or what do you need to get built just so you can live a more comfortable life. So there are women I feel like as men we because we know as men we can. Have you seen a man's house? Sometimes they don't really have nothing but the essentials: the TV, light, and the bed, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe a video game, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need much, but we have. But if we're building a family, I still have to come to you just to say, okay, What is it that you're going to be comfortable with? So if I'm asking you like what do you expect out of a man, it's just like what do you need from me to make you stick around or keep around. Now I'm already have morals, but you might want some things to like better, better that can make me. You probably have ideas and inputs that can make a man better because sometimes, like I said, men can get complacent, and if we don't feel like nothing needs to be changed, we're not going to change. That's how some men are. If we're good, we're good. If we're good here, we're good here. But most people, and I feel like women are, they come in men's lives to make their lives better, or at least men can want to improve stuff. So it's just like not only is men making myself comfortable because that's easy because I already know what I want, but if you're going to be with me the rest of your life, what are you going to do? What do you need to be comfortable? Which is why people ask, "It's okay. How much does a man need to make?" Because especially in this type of days, girls be about the money. Like girls won't even like girl, you've seen some of the the whole bus driver thing and
Hmm.
man got to make this much. It used to be like a man had to have a job just to get with me. Now the man has to be an entrepreneur, he a scammer, or now other stuff. We need to know what these things is to make you stick around. Especially if I like you enough, I'm going to make sure you're comfortable. So this is why men ask those questions. So what um
And that's the problem.
I think we just get why is that a problem?
Because that's the thing is, oh, what do you need to stick around? That's the thing is, if you, I'm telling you, it's not about, as long as you are, like, if a man is truly comfortable in his manhood, that means he knows he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He feels like the leader of the pack. His girl calls him to make sure, they're on, say we're gonna, even if she's gonna make a decision or whatever, she still calls him to, get his input, even though it may not be needed at that time, but she still comes because she feels like he knows exactly what he needs. A female can say, "Oh, I want my man to be $100,000 man," right? If that man
Right.
is just not $100,000 man, regardless of how the situation is, that man will be run down to the ground and still not be able to hit his $100,000, that $100,000 goal that this female's asking for, because that's just not who he is. I don't care how hard a female can pretend to advocate or push or, mold or shape or get this guy going and moving and like, allow him into the entrepreneurship and everything else and like find out different things. If he's just not a natural born hustler, it ain't gonna come to him. It's just not possible. That man gonna be exhausted, drained, falling apart, barely surviving, mental health gone, because you're pushing him beyond what his body and his self is. Like he is happy at a certain place. And if you are meeting this man at the certain place that makes him happy, and y'all both happy, that's where y'all are, that's your perfect median right there. That is your helpmate. That is the person that brings you peace. But if you trying to find you a one of those girls that's $100,000 girl and you a $50,000 man, and that brings you peace, that's understandable. But if you say, oh, the girl says she want $100,000 man, and you're a $50,000 man, and every day y'all arguing because she wants more, and you just ain't capable of giving more, and she feels like she take you to everything to be able to get more, and for some odd reason that'll never work. Everything keep falling apart. You stressed, she stressed, y'all are both irritated, y'all holding on for no reason, mad at each other, don't want to sleep in the same house no more. Now y'all have a kid, irritated, y'all holding on because of the kid, so everything just wrong. So the question isn't Because for a woman, women have their own price, like their own fees. Like they feel like they need, even for a solo woman, like a woman that doesn't have a man, that doesn't have no kids, there's a fee that she needs so she can be able to, survive, be happy, be free. Then there's the one that's a wife. The wife, she might not need as much as she would have need when she's single, because now she has a husband that helps out. Then there's the woman who's single with a kid. That's a whole different price too. And for men, they
But
have
you
their
should
own set of prices that they want to reach for, that they know, okay, this is my goal. And when they get a wife, they know the price is different. For a woman, once they get a husband, their price, how much they need to make reduces. But for a man, when he gets a wife, his income has to increase because it's not just him anymore. Now it's him and the family and the kids that's the possibilities.
okay, but you see why here's the thing, and it's not like you're not wrong, but here's also the thing. I don't know what type of if I first meet you, I don't know what type of woman you are. I don't know if you're superficial. I don't know if you're a spoiled brat. I don't know if you like the simple things in life. I don't know that. So with that being said, I have to ask you these days just so I know even if I want to push myself to give you the accommodations that you would like. I have to know what type of woman you are first. And if I'm one and what like if I want a simple girl and if I meet you and you're the type of person who's just like, oh, I like finding things in life, then I'm probably going to be like, nah, she's not my type. I'm gonna just move on. But I don't know that unless I ask you first, which is why
Yeah,
like most of these dudes, yeah, which is why most of these dudes ask. It's just like, okay, how much does a man need to make you happy? Because like I said, I know what I need to do to make myself happy. I already know what makes me happy. But here's the thing about men. We are naturally we will naturally give ourselves just to make the woman happy, which is why I like men. If a man makes, let's say he makes 100K or he makes enough to finance himself and the woman, he gonna tell his woman, baby, you ain't gotta work. You go ahead and just stay home. I got it. Because like we're naturally built that way. And this is how we do our protective provision. It's just like they'll go do all the hard work, they'll go do all the stress work just to make sure you're good. Because that's how men are wired. We're like basically built to sacrifice or to even when we built the legacy we're built to sacrifice ourselves just to make sure you are comfortable. So I agree with you. Like if a man, like if he doesn't have an in, he's probably not going to reach that goal that she has for him. And
yeah, but getting, hmm
because I
no,
said
I'm
that
saying,
too. Like if he doesn't have an in, then he's not going to have an in. But ones that can and will, especially if he feels like that girl is the one for him. So, but even before we get to that area, even if it gets to a point where like I want to do this stuff for you, I have to know you first, and that's where I'm getting at. It's just like I don't know you yet, so or even if I don't even know if I feel like you're worth doing that for. So I gotta decipher that in myself. So that's why I feel like the men ask these questions. And and what do you bring to the table? If I do this for you, or if I do all this stuff for you, what are you going to do for me? Because a lot of men want to feel like we get accommodated for the work we put in. Because if I'm going to work hard for you, at least I need something reciprocated back. And then that's where I feel like the friction. I feel like that's where the friction comes from.
You know, that's that's the problem I'm having right there. Is at this, hold on. It's, there's a difference between getting to know someone and, getting to know who they are and understanding exactly their ticks and if they're even worth it. By asking someone how much do you think um a man, I guess, needs to make, that's not getting to know them. You're not gonna get to know anything about them from that. They can easily, some people will say $100,000 to, like, thinking, oh, okay, because everybody's saying that now, six figure, six figure, six figure, like, oh, that's such a big steep and stuff like that. And then and they probably never even seen $100,000 annually. They're just saying that because that's what everybody's saying. Some of them probably don't even have that real mindset. They just want, oh well, if some blase can get a guy who has $100,000, let me throw that out there. If anybody's watching, or he might be, a person with this and that. They probably don't even have a closet that has any name brand in the closet at all, and they're screaming about $100,000 man. So it's like, to get to know the person and who they are genuinely, that question is not going to be a question that's going to help you get to know the person. You would have to talk to them, be around them to understand exactly if it's a true gold digger or not. You know what I mean? Because some people are gold diggers in general, just natural gold diggers. It's not about, you know, how much a man that, like, they do stuff for themselves already. So for them, a man is just an extra plus. But I'm like, that question is the same thing about the table thing. It's not really, it's I don't even understand why these questions are even the process, because at the end of the day, a man, regardless of what, it's either nah, yeah, gonna say I'm sound like a little sergeant, but it's either the woman is gonna fall in line with where the guy is going, and if it's the same goal she has, if they both have the same goal and they're going in the same direction, there will be no problem. But if y'all have two separate goals, there's always gonna be some friction because y'all are both trying to move in opposite directions. And if the goal, when I mean goal, I'm not saying, oh, her goal is to, like, um, I don't know, to be a bum for the rest of her life, and his goal is to elevate. That's gonna always be a problem. Like, if she want to be a bum for the rest of life, like, you really, there's no way for her to continue to push you if she don't have no goal in life at all. You know what I mean? If his goal is to be a bum for the rest of his life and she wants to elevate, soar, move up in life, they're gonna always have those problems because he's not gonna be, like, he's not gonna have the means to also want to see the same thing for him. If both of them have the goal is to elevate, you know, live a good life, then they're gonna both work on, elevating themselves, getting knowledge, reading books, training yourself, learning new things. But if it's two people with no goals in life, I'm like, you gonna meet. There's two people in life that have no goals in life, just to be basics, and they will definitely meet. Like, guys coming down and trying to, like, oh, maneuver with these girls like this. Like, this question is just, I think it's for clickbait, but I don't think it will assist you in any type of way. Because a woman could say, well, I think for a man to be with me, he needs to make $500,000 annually. Does that mean does that mean that she's not worthy of a man of $500,000? Or does that mean she's a
I just
gold
don't
digger?
think she understands how economics work. Anytime when I hear a woman say, "Oh, he need to make about $500,000," I just assume you don't know how the economy works. It, because there's oh man, there's a video. There's a perfect video for that too. It's like they ask these women questions. And it's just like how much does a man make, and they throw out these big ass numbers, and it's just like, and then they realize how much does a man make on average and shit. It's just, oh man. But not. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I was listening to what you were saying.
But I mean, yeah. I like I said, I don't agree with you. But this is why, like most people vet. This is especially men. It's like all of this, and I feel like this is tiresome to women more or less, but for men, this is how men vet. And I can understand this of being annoying to women because it sounds like men don't know what to do.
Mm.
But the,
Ding, 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 ding. That's exactly what is given. How is you a leader, but you need a whole lot of leading. Ding,
but I
ding,
can't.
ding.
Here's the thing: it's like I can't lead if I don't know what my people want. It's more or less like, okay, if I'm the president, like you know how the president is. Okay, what do my
Hmm.
people need to make this country run better? So if you want to say better schools, all right, I need to focus on better schools. What do you
Hmm.
need as a man? It's just like I can lead, but where do you think we should go? If sometimes, and I have my ideas, but I'm always like, as a leader, I feel like I am open to suggestions, right?
Hmm.
And let's say whatever suggestion sounds the most logical, we're going to go there. Now, like I can have an idea, and let's say you're like, well, I don't think we should go that way. Maybe we should go this way, and then because it's more efficient if we come this way, and then we can come back and work on that. And then if the numbers matches up to what you're saying, me as a leader, I have to go, you know what? She is right. Maybe, if we do go this way, it's much more better for us and the family if we do it this way than that way. Okay, let's go this way. Like this now, I'm pretty sure you have met men, especially us as being Navy, and like we've had um LPOs and like they had ideas and you're like, that's fucking dumb. It's just like I don't know why you don't do it this way instead of we doing it
Exactly.
this way. I know it's like we military, so we understand. It's like we've had bad LPOs. It's just like what the fuck is he doing because he doesn't know how to fucking lead, or in my case, just fucking emotional. He was just there to be there. But to me, a good lead to me, at least me, a good leader listens to, um, a good leader listens to his followers, and because that way everybody's accommodated. It's just, and I feel like with men, like I said, with men, when we ask those questions, when it's not that we're lost. Okay, I need to know what the fuck you want. And here's the problem with women, and I've said this: the problem with women, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want sometimes. Which is in which I feel like you understand that. It's just like that's why you feel like why are you asking these women? Because some of these women don't know what the fuck they want. Some people they just see what
Exactly.
the other see. That's why I say I understand your point because majority of the women don't know what the fuck they want. Sometimes they just see what other women want and they go, I want that. And it's just like it might not even fit their style, but they're like, I want that anyway. And it's just like, okay. And when you give it to them, it's just like, oh, this is not what I wanted and all that other stuff. And then as a man, it's just like, you asked for this. It's just like, what do you want? And now you see something different. And I feel like like you said, because some people just they don't know what they want, so they just switch their minds. And men, usually when we have our mind on something, we stick to it. As stubborn as it is, we stick to it. So I like I said, I get that part. It's just that I like I said, men, especially in this generation, it's not that uh they don't know how to lead. It's just that it's sort of like the blind leading the blind. Or like you seen the Jungle Book, right? The movie
Say it again.
you seen the movie The Jungle Book, right?
Oh, the one with the yeah, Tarzan slash AKA Fate.
Mowgli. Mowgli. Remember the scene with the vultures and the vultures like, "Hey, so what we gonna do?" And the other vultures like, "I don't know, man. What you want to do?" It's just like, let's do something. No one really has an idea. So we just I don't know. I like I said, like me, I have a like I've always had my ideas. Like I wanna like what I want, and then what I want for myself and what I want for my family. I have my ideas. So um I'm always open to hearing suggestions. It's just like if you would say you should try this, it's just like I'm gonna be like, okay, let's try it. And if it works, it works. I'm just going to add that to my repertoire. Now I have more tools in the inventory now. So now when I can go to this, I can say I have this tool, and then it's because me listening and
That's
that's
understandable.
basic. That's yeah. So when you and like I said, to women, I understand why. I really do because sometimes it is like clickbait, and sometimes it's more or less likely to show how some gold diggers that some women can be.
Hmm. No, it's
And
all for clickbait. It's not about they not um they not doing that because it's all in regards to clickbait, to be honest. Like not even like clickbait like social media. I mean like in regards to like, embarrassment. Um, I feel like because it's only certain group of guys that keep doing the same thing and keep doing the same thing. And after a while it's like, okay, because it's only even though for us it feels like a lot, but it's only a small group of guys that keeps doing it compared to the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not like the
I'm looking.
super rich. The super rich is not doing that. And then you have these like social media guys or these borderline like in between. They're not super rich, but they're not super broke. They're like, to be honest, they're regular basic average, income guys. But like they keep on asking these like going to find girls and stuff to ask these same type of questions for clickbait to kind of get these little narratives like, oh, um, but the thing is you're asking girls, like you're asking women, you're asking females, you're asking girls. It's like you're saying, okay, what do I need to do? Or do you need me to buy you flowers every day? Do you like it's like you're asking them exactly train me, mold me to the point where it's like make me like create make me to who you want me to be. So
And
by the
you don't
time
and and you don't want that in a man, obviously.
no, by the time you don't even know who that man is for real. Because let's say one day. Anger hit
I'm
him,
building it.
and his true self that's hiding deep in the core of all the stuff that you created for him. Oh, I want you like when you wake up in the morning, you need to tell me good morning all the time. If that's not naturally him, every morning he telling you good morning, and he's so irritated and exhausted because he got to wake up every morning to tell you good morning because that's what makes you happy. But that's not the type of man he is. But there's a guy that loves doing that. That you don't even have to tell him. He just wakes up and tell you good morning. Then, oh, I want you to buy me flowers every weekend. Now the man spending money on flowers every weekend because that's what you like. And he looking at them damn raggedy flowers talking about some. Oh, look at these raggedy ass flowers. They ain't even die yet. She need another one. Don't nobody come in this house. She want another flower. Who's seeing these flowers? But there's a guy who purposely loves walking by a flower shop just to bring his girl flowers, right? But you keep asking these females, oh, what do a man need to you know, I guess that financially make to be able to like make you happy. Some guys can financially make because there's some guys who make only 20, 30. Let's be honest, because the average median is not that $100,000 K. It's about 30, 40,000. Some guys probably making 20,000 somewhere, and they got a whole wife, a kid, a family. They live in an apartment together, taking care of each other, happy as ever, with that $20,000 K. And he works, she works, or she stays at home with the kids, or she's homeschooling them. However system they got going on. He's the leader of the pack. He takes care, and it's understood. She didn't have to mold him because the thing is he is capable of doing what he is capable of doing. He sometimes bring her flowers and they happy at their 20, 30K. There's some people at $100,000 annually. They're miserable. So
Reminds me of
if both parties is not like you have to be happy at where you at to bring somebody else in. There's no finessing. Like I'm gonna be honest. There's no finessing, because eventually the real you gonna have to. It's gonna have to appear.
okay. So even though I'm gonna bring this up for the podcast, I'm gonna ask you anyway since I love your opinions. And you heard about the shit that Tyler Perry said they got black women dragging them all through Twitter, right?
Not really. I didn't. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. Not really. Like I seen it,
Okay.
him sitting on the couch with another girl, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I really didn't care. Like I don't really stop to go physically take a long stretch and watch Tyler Perry stuff or something like if he pops up on the screen and do an interview. Like it has to be something where it was something that I was interested, like a Medea, meme or something I might listen to or hear a soundbite, but to sit down and see Tyler Perry doing an interview, I don't just wake up and say I don't stop for those.
Okay. So because it basically falls under what we was talking about, and I don't know. You know what word I hate because I feel like it's like I feel like people doesn't use it wrong, and it's the word settle. And it seems like because it seems like that's like the trigger word for some of the women around, especially in this generation, maybe our younger generations, but mostly millennials and younger. It is just like when a man says like look at a man more than just like his financial abilities? What about his character? What about his morals and all that other stuff? And then I think a lot of women, especially black women, feels like that a man is telling you to settle for less, in which I don't think he said that, and I don't think that that's what he meant. But it seems like a lot of black women feels like he's saying settle for less. So
They must have been watching his video, not to comprehend, but just to react. Or did he
you could
say
say that
settle out?
he didn't say settle.
Oh, I don't know. So what was the question like that getting everybody in the uproar?
Hold on, I'm trying to find a video that I found it. Okay, if this thing don't pause, all right, I found it, and just show you context. Okay, you can see the screen, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, all right. That was basically it. Now I'm gonna ask you this: in that whole conversation, did he ever? Do you feel like he was telling black women to settle? And be honest with me.
Oh, hold on, hold on. Let me hold on. Play it one more time.
I got you. Hold on. I gotta bring the screen back up. All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you this again. Does any of that sounds like he's telling you to settle? And I want you to be as honest as possible.
Oh, okay. Do I think he
What
said
did you get
settle?
out of that?
Oh,
What in layman's terms, what did you get out of that whole conversation? He said.
I feel like we said the same thing. Honestly speaking, I it it's like literally what I was just talking about. It's not the girl's job to say, okay, what's the guy's worth? Like he's. I feel like he was saying the exact same thing I've been saying, Creamy. Like if literally, if it's the question is, what as a man, like what makes you feel comfortable as a man? Like it's not selling. If first of all, if you know that's not your type of man, that amount is not your type of man, don't bother him. But the thing is, we've hit this little new notion that we have to reconstruct, deconstruct, and seek something that's not there, put things into place, grab this, grab that, take this, take that. Let's move this over here, put this over there, add two little people right there. And then now we have a whole gang of different personalities in one body, and everybody's stressed in that household. Y'all need to find a household of peace, and there is no peace in that household, none at all. And he's saying exactly what I'm saying. He's saying the thing is, if the man knows exactly what his work, like what he can provide and what he can do, and that is his best. If you know that is going to drain you and that's going to irritate you, why would you stay there? Because somebody that is the person, the one that's like, she's probably, it's not about making more money than him or whatever, whatever. Is if the man is just unable to be able to feel like a man in that relationship. Because there's a man who can be in a relationship with somebody who's making 20 or 30% more than them and still feel like the man in that relationship. But if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're unable to feel like the man in that relationship, like, then there's gonna always be an issue. And he's like, it's either you're gonna have to meet him at his work or leave alone. Like all this, fighting or like arguing or stressing yourself out about things that can't be done or can't be changed or forcing you to change that should not been done or should not or is not gonna happen is wasteful. Very wasteful. If the same way, if that's something that you want, that's something that you desire, then as a woman, they're gonna make sure you're moving in like the where you want to go. But like to just say, oh, I was like, there, he's not saying settle. He's saying it's, you have to understand this is that person worth. Meet them where they are. Stop forcing yourself on somebody else. Your ideations, your how do you think, or how do you want life to be, or how you expect things. And in this day and age, it's a whole lot of that going on. One person forcing themselves on other people. And there's some women who love a man that all you can pay is the light bill. I'm not one of them, but there is a woman for that light bill man.
So I was when I okay because this is why I don't know if you remember I asked you and she Shakur. I was like, "What is your definition of a broke man?" And y'all gave your
Mhm.
definitions. And because I feel like
Man, I don't have no hope.
when
If you don't have no hope, you broke. You're broke.
exactly, so I like I started asking these questions to women because I'm trying to figure out what is your idea of a broke man because for like you said, for some people, if you have no hope, you're broke. For some people, if you have a regular blue collar, working job, you're broke. Or if the name doesn't sound sexy like doctor or lawyer or other than that, like you're broke. There's various, you get various answers from different women. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel I feel like Tyler Perry, he didn't even say date a broke guy because a lot of black women felt like, because you got this whole thing is just like, why is we trying to get black women to settle? Why is it that we have to lower our standards? And I'm like, I don't think he never said none of that. And it's just like, and I feel like that's where a lot of women goes to is the assumption. Now, I look at relationship like Nicki Minaj and her husband, and I look at a person like Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj does not look like the type of person that is going to be a follower. She is going to be a boss, which is why she married a nigga like that nigga Zoo Petty or some shit like that. Because I think she's been around men that made or dated men that's made as much or more than her, and obviously those relationships didn't go well. But she got a baby by this nigga, and this is a street nigga. Obviously, she makes way more. She makes at least 20 to 50 times more than whatever he was making. It's the same thing I think with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Even though ASAP Rocky's like no slouch in his money, but obviously he's not a billionaire like Rihanna. But I feel like he does stuff to make her happy. And that I feel like that's what he said. It's like, if this man makes you happy, why work on that. And plus I feel like as men it's just like maybe he's not making that type of money now, but he can make that money in the future. So it's just like, what, because I feel like this is because I feel like when women does this or when they hear this, they think that men are saying, yo, settle for a bum that with no ambition and no drive, and all he's going to do is sit on the couch and eat all your food while you work hard. I feel like that's what women felt like. I think that's what women hear sometimes when, and that's why you get the reaction from especially black women. I feel like you get the reaction, those type of reactions. Now, I've, to me, it goes one ear out the other. So sometimes you got to tell them, it's just like, hey, you may not be making what you're making now, but hell, give him time. If he, invests his money right, if he's the type of guy that he wants to improve vastly, it's just like let let him, work that opportunity. And then like he was talking about relationships that people never touch. It's like a surgeon and a cop. Cops don't make that much money, but I know them surgeons do. They And if that relationship works well, then it's just like, who's to say like they're not happy? Obviously they are. So that's the problem. It's not even what Tyler said. It's usually the black woman's response that I kind of had the problem with, because I feel like y'all thinking we want y'all to date bums, and no man. And I'm here to say, like, no man doesn't want you to date a bum. Matter of fact, when you that's kind of like black men's biggest gripe, that like there's good men that worship, that that will give you women your love, or worship the ground y'all walk on, but y'all date these quote unquote pookies and reverends that don't do shit for y'all but abuse y'all mentally, and y'all give y'all pussy to them. That's one of the main problems. Just like you say, they ain't no good men, but you date these no good men that don't do shit for you. So why does, and then when you want to get a good man or someone that's somewhat like a good man, he don't want you no more. He probably wants someone else. And then you get mad at that. You can't get mad at that because it's just like you dissed him in the first place. You thought he was lame and all that other stuff, and then now when he's up getting money and all this shit, and you ran through, you know, you gonna feel some type of way. So,
Not ran through.
hey, some of these joints been ran through. I'm not gonna lie to you. I, I'm not, and shoot, I'm
Man,
not even
I'm
gonna
not
hold
playing with you today, man. I'm not
you.
playing with you.
You don't have
You
to.
was
You
on the
don't have
road and then you just threw that little wrench in there. Through.
to just boot ran through. I was, I was out. My apologies, but you know what I mean, though. But it's just,
Hmm.
I'm, I'm,
I know
I'm, I'm
exactly.
with you. I'm except for the last part, but I know you. I'm with you on this part. It's just like, yo, find what makes you happy, find what you want in a relationship, and what makes you happy and all that shit. Because I know a lot of people they
Yeah,
get on Nicki Minaj's husband and the shit he do. In the back of my mind is just like, what if that's what she wanted?
yeah. Y'all
Say,
don't even know what be going on.
yeah, you
Y'all
don't
don't
know where
even
you're going.
like. We don't even know his. Nobody know his finance. Y'all don't know how much income he bring in, how much money he has, what he does, what businesses he has, what he's in charge of. Like y'all don't know nothing about that man. But the fact that he with
More or
Nicki
less,
Minaj, that's all we know.
yeah, more or less.
We don't
Like,
know if
how
he
does he make? How
partnerships
does he
and
make it? Because I was like, more or less, how does he make her feel secure? Because if he makes her feel secure and no other, like, in
hmm
no, and no other man can do that, then y'all can't get on her because that's what she want.
exactly.
So, so,
But I'm like, I
so,
think people
any,
just wanted to like they. I think it. I think it was because it was Tyler Perry.
then
If it was
I have a go ahead, go ahead. I have a different theory,
like,
but I want to hear yours first.
if it was like, let's say, um, let's see, no, they don't like Oprah either. Um,
No, they don't
it
like
got to be
Oprah.
somebody that everybody. It got to be somebody that like Rihanna. If Rihanna had said that exact word for word, what Tyler said, I don't think it would. I don't think the world would have taken it like with how Tyler Perry, you know, they wouldn't have taken it negative. They would have, praised Rihanna for saying that and blase blase. Because to be honest, um, that's Rihanna. Like
I was about
every
to
one
say,
of the
ain't
men
nobody
she has
making
dated, yeah, but every one of the men she has dated, Rihanna has always been above them. Like let's be honest. Other
She dated a
than the
billionaire. She did date a billionaire. She did date a billionaire, and that didn't
yeah,
work out
that was
either.
we didn't even know they dated. That was we seen them in the pool one time. And that was it. It was no.
Either,
And she
hey,
also
either way,
dated
it didn't.
the NASCAR driver, but we don't even know
Yeah,
about that's even true. Because to be honest, we only know Rihanna has only claimed ever in life three relationships: her and Chris Brown, her and Drake, and her and ASAP Rocky. That's the only three relationships Rihanna has ever physically claimed out loud and in public. We don't see her walk around with a bunch of people. Now, once did she ever say she was in a relationship with? It's just media took it and said, "Oh, they're dating." And there's
so
always
my
a
theory
white man that they
is
want to
always
throw on Rihanna, and that she has still to this day have not even claimed was her boyfriend or told us that they was in a relationship. But she claims all the black men, the three black men though.
yeah. So my theory, and this is my theory, and I think it's that I feel like there are some women they don't want to be they don't want to build a man or like make a man, and then they leave them for another woman or some shit like that. So it's just like, okay, what if I do?
The acronym
Yeah,
story,
yeah, or
acronym,
with
whatever
this
that
the
movie was called.
project,
Like,
yeah,
mm-hmm,
like they don't want to make a project, and man, all of a sudden he just gets on his feet and all that other stuff with your help and all that stuff, and then next thing you know, he leave your ass for a white girl, or it's just another girl or some shit like that. I
mm-hmm,
think that's women's biggest fear. Like, okay, if I get a man, okay, he don't make enough money to me, but the ambition is there. Okay, if I can, just motivate him to like get his money up and get his life straight, is he going to cheat on me or not? Or is he going to repay the loyalty? So I think a lot of women don't trust men on that aspect because
mm-hmm.
it's just like,
As they
okay,
should.
yeah, yeah, I
No.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't disagree. I don't disagree. So not because it's happened.
Uh-uh.
I don't disagree because it's happened. Because there are some niggas that and I don't approve of this. Just letting people know that they use their women,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden when they got on their feet and when they started getting money, they fucking left the girl because they felt like it was, they felt like they was too good for her, some shit like that.
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
the woman was wrong too. There's no reason. Like I can give you I not me physically. I can give the woman, a pass for allowing 6 months. Because I'm like, oh, okay. She was just one of those like, I like, mm, she might have just had like that true like in love and blah blah blah. I don't know. Whatever reason she had, I was like, damn, sis, that's crazy. But after 6 months, sis, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, still working on business? You still working? You just big dummy at this point. Girl, might as well have carried 3 kids. Because that's an adult kid in your hand. So,
yeah.
no, I refuse in this lifespan, my next lifespan, or whatever 20 lifespan from now, that God will put me in a situation where I I can understand, my man lose his job as he's like looking for a job. Okay. But when I say my man, I mean my husband. Okay. But you trying to, you know, build a business or your goal while I'm physically working and you're using also the money that I make to also support your dreams in the concept of our dreams, bruh. While I'm also paying rent, bruh, that is cap. The thing is, you're creating this mindset in this man that says that, he doesn't have to go above and beyond. No, he should still be able to hold a job while he's working and he's still able to work on his stuff and his craft and whatever he is. So then, he always understands the amount of work he had to put in.
I'm gonna speak for myself here. I never want to leave if my girl high and dry like that. I don't ever want I want to make sure let's just say if we have a working relationship, I'm going to make sure I'm working and I'm going to make sure I'm improving because I don't want to leave. Like I come from a lineage of families that the man, like I said, the man puts in the like my grandfather done put in work, with no excuses. He made it. He got the job done. My father been working all his life. He got the job done. Carried a whole family on his back, and then it's like everywhere I go, I make sure I put in my all. So even in a relationship, it's just like, yo, if we going to get to this level, I'm going to make sure we get to this level. Like I if we need to get here, I'm gonna make sure we get here and further beyond. And I'm not gonna make. I don't. I don't even like asking women for money and all that other stuff. But that's. But I never. There's not gonna be a day where you're gonna be working and I'm not. I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to be doing something.
But that's the difference between a man
But I
and
feel like
whatever else.
I do. I do. True, but I do feel like there are men like that. And they're more than what people think. I
Yeah,
I I do I
there's a
do
lot of
honestly.
men that's purely a strong man that has the leader mentality, that has the concept that I'm a provider for my family. I'm gonna lead my family, and some men they they sometimes have to tell their wife, I need you to cut back on spending. As a leader, that's what you're supposed to do. If you know financially is there's some things that your wife is doing that's just not, copacetic for like the dynamic of where y'all going right now. You have to be as the leader of the household, be able to say, I need you to cut down on spending for, X to X months or several months. Or I might need you to put in thinking about getting if she's a stay at home wife, whatever, or she don't work, which I don't understand a female
Mhm.
that's like no, unless you got kids, I understand that. But if you ain't got no kids and y'all married and you just sitting at home just chilling, no income, girl, just mentally let yourself go. That's it. But like there's times where okay, y'all trying to build to buy a house. Say I need two streams of income. So y'all can like, save up so to buy a house. There's things that, re where men will request, okay, I need this or can you help there? But I'm like, y'all just just throwing just bags on top of bags on top of bags on top of bags of your husband and then looking at him and knowing he can't even stand up right now. And you just looking at him, just barely able to stand up.
That's
That's crazy.
honestly when I hear shit like that. That's why, and I've heard stories from women. That's like, yo, who is these niggas you dating? Like I said it to my sister. Like, who are these niggas you dating? It's just like it's like I ain't never. And I used to tell women all the time, like I've never done no shit like that. I don't know any of my homeboys that be like that and all that other stuff. I know we understand like the difference between man and woman and some shit like that, but and it's just one of those things where I just have to sit back and say, yo, who are these niggas y'all just be fucking with or some shit like that. But yeah, I'm like, but yeah, speaking for myself, I don't want to see my woman struggle. It's like at least like if I like I said, if I'm working, she working, like we're gonna at least get to a point where we both comfortable and all that other stuff. And I can, I will make sure of that. It's just
Mm.
so. If so, you want to say anything else?
I think just how you say no man wants to see their woman struggle, and no wife wants to see their husband struggle. It's just it's just impossible. You don't like you never want to see your man, you know, to the point where he just feels like he don't have nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. Like, and if you as a wife are looking at something, you know he's hitting a wall, and which you're not like, trying to like, help them de-stress them and stuff like that. That you just throw like what was the video I was watching? The woman said, throw the whole wife away, right? Because at this point, none of y'all care for each other. The man is putting in this work for a spouse that don't give a damn about him. And if a man is physically okay with watching his wife just feel like she about to fall apart, he don't care for her either. He's like at this point, he's just thinking by himself. So y'all two bad apples in in on one tree. About to rot the whole tree up.
Okay. Oh man, I like that. I like that. Good. See, look at it. See, American. You man and woman come together, and we talk about it, and then we come to an understanding. It's just we need more of that. Not all this bigger back and forth fight and all that other stuff. We just come here. We have a civil conversation. I would like to see more of that. That's what. Yes, and yes,
Well,
like me, huh?
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I said, and I know, like, cause we've known each other for like what a good 10 years now, 10 plus years.
10 plus. I mean, 10 plus. I think you mean like 13.
That's why I said 10 plus. So it's about 13 years.
No, like it's more like 13 or yeah, 13 plus or something.
Oh
Because we
nine,
not like at
since oh
11.
nine,
Yeah.
since oh nine.
Well, no,
Okay.
08. Oh, yeah, oh
Oh
08.
eight, yeah, oh eight. Damn. Yeah, so we known each other since oh eight. So I love
Mm-hmm.
I love uh, I
And then we
love
met
B.
in like
So
November.
yeah, right, right.
We used to,
So
cause
I got
we used to be in the, we used to be outside,
yeah. We was
and then
outside. Uh, yeah, I have all the love for B. So like this is this obviously this relationship is built on time. So, but I feel like
mhm.
anybody can have these. I feel like anybody can have these type of conversations. So that even with people that
It
barely
just
know
has to
each
be
other.
mature adults.
Exactly.
Like none of this child play games that's going on. Like all these social media influencers of city girls, city boys. Like y'all need to stop. Because y'all
I think
screaming
it's just
numbers y'all can't even imagine.
I think it's because drama sells and like people want to see like people go at each other's throats and yeah. And also I do think a lot of people got a lot of pent up anger and that like
Mhm.
that could do it too. So it's just like I feel like especially if one person feels like they're not getting their thoughts across or someone is over talking them and all that other stuff. So like that's that's another way because I want like me, I want to make sure you get all what you need to say out there before I retort or rebuttal or whatever I need. It's just like because I want to make sure you're heard. So that's why I built this space. But um, so
Well, I'm glad we were able to finally, I guess, have an after party. Because I was like, do you want to move them to Wednesdays? Because we was going to do about three of them already. We had three different videos you said you was gonna do, but none of them happened.
Maybe what after party?
Yep,
I would leave that up to you. What do you think?
I like our after party.
I do. I'm saying, do you want them on Wednesday? So it's just that's technically my day off.
Well,
Do you
that's
want?
yeah, that's the day we used to do them. Then we have moved. Then we moved to Tuesday, and then we moved to
I
like
know.
whenever you have time. Then it moved to like Friday, and then it's like now it's to whenever you have time. Like you send me the videos, and then you're like, and then you don't send me a link.
Okay. All right. So there's actually one more video I was going to look at because this is on my other channel, and since you here, you want to look at it with me because I already seen it.
Mhm.
So, but I feel like for you, I have to do this for you. Like, you know that Remy Ma started a battle rap league, right?
Well, it's a hot topic right now, so yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with this rumor of she might have cheated on Papoose or some shit like that.
That's why I said it's a hot topic right now. It's running rampant.
Oh, so you actually
Um,
know about it actually outside of battle rap.
yeah, I've seen her talk about her the little rap, the underground rap battle thing that she had created like some years ago. Was it like
Uh
one or
huh.
2 years ago she created that? She had a little, intro video or whatever she had posted on her page. But like I think Tasha K had did a video, but there was several people been talking about it for a while now. That she possibly cheated on Papoose or whatever, whatever. But Tasha K did like a full video recently, and you know, kind of exposing everything. But it's like it's her thoughts, like what she thinking is like not exposing for real, for real. But it's like if that's true, that's crazy.
So okay, now what I'm about to show you is this is rap battle rapper named Geechee Gotti, and he's basically putting on Front Street, and Remy Ma is right there, and I want you to look at Remy Ma's face because I'm gonna full screen this.
Hmm.
All right, obviously this is the guy that she supposedly had an affair with, right? This is Geechee Gotti,
Hmm.
and he's basically about to address. Now, if you look at this man, they was kind of like ragging on him, but
Yeah,
basically
they say there's a
this is
stunt double to Papoose.
yeah. So basically, he's about to go in on us. So I'm gonna just play the video. Look at Remy's face. Like, and he really talking to her too. But look at Remy's face. It's like, God damn. It's like can't believe a rumor like this will really just get this big.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, so yeah, what are
But
your
that's
thoughts?
crazy. That's crazy if that's true.
If the I said I'm on the because I don't think it's true, but if I was her, I wouldn't even let a rumor like this fester.
That no,
Especially if you had a nigga like Papoose on your side, that I feel
that's
like
crazy.
exactly. I feel like if you had a nigga like Papoose on your side, the last thing I would want anybody to think that I'm having an affair with another bozo that doesn't even do half of the stuff that Papoose was doing for him.
Nah, nah, I don't think he lying though. The way he was saying all the nah, dog.
Oh, he was talking to her. He was definitely talking to
Yeah, the first line when he said, messing with somebody girl with no hands or something like that, with a head or something like that.
her. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, yeah,
messing
and
with
everybody looked
someone
like, wait,
they
I know he didn't say what he was about to say, like the whole crew, and it was like, then the dude was like, oh man, like this is getting serious. Like, no, that's
oh yeah, because not to cut you off, but the rumor was like at the last event, I guess Easy and Papoose got into it, and Papoose knocked him out. So, so like that looked bad on him, and if that was true that she was fucking him, looks bad on her as well. Go ahead, B.
and I think this because I remember she responded saying Geechee or something about like Geechee, I'm gonna need you to stop calling me the B word and something else, something, but she didn't really address the fact that he said you're a cheater, you're a slider. At the end of the day, like that's crazy. Like, yo, if that's the case, that's the definite massive L right there. Like, big time L.
Yeah, because I said this like if they get a divorce, it's Remy's fault. it's one of those. It's just one of those things where, at least in my opinion, it's just like it's Remy's fault because you got a man that supported you in every which way. Obviously, he doesn't have a jealous bone in your body,
Man,
in his body, and he,
it's
when you was down in jail. That nigga was down there for 6 years visiting you in jail, and he was the one saying, "Yo, some of these women, like when they go to jail, they're mad. They'll visit them for like a month or two, and then after a while, they just wither away. It goes from months to." It goes from seeing them every day, from
mhm,
seeing them every month, and seeing them every month to like every other year or some shit, to a point where like he
yeah,
out there fucking another bitch.
uh-huh. And if they do get a divorce, man, it's gonna be so hard for Pap to find like a genuine, real female that want him for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be some work for real, because a lot of girls will want Pap, but it's not because of who he is. It's his loyalty, the fact that he's a genuine hustler. But he gonna always, he gonna always provide. He gonna always work. He gonna always do what he gotta do. So it's not gonna be a female looking for him because you know, they just want him. No, they wanna live that Remy life.
Right. Because I know this at least. If you gotta if and women, I don't know, you could probably attest to this, but if you have a man like that, you're not letting him go. That support you,
Man,
that support that support you
you
with
better
everything
take
you
his thing
do.
to the grave.
Exactly, like that, like everything he does, he makes sure you in there, and he gives like he worships the ground you walk on, and he's being a leader.
Exactly.
Like
And every opportunity he
Pappy's got
has,
businesses himself too, so he's not like
no, he got a
slouching.
lot of businesses.
Yeah,
He owns a trucking company. Like Pap is a natural hustler. But
yeah,
like anytime he gets like music opportunities, he always, adds her into the songs as like a feature. Like he gives her nothing but opportunities left and right. Because people don't want to work with her most of the time. They rather work with him. And he's still like, he supports 100. But that's wow. I've never even seen this video. But
it's
it's
happened
like,
recently.
whoa.
This
But
this this
I
literally
knew
happened
she'd been
recently.
hot topic, but I thought it was because of the whole, Tasha K doing the full, Tasha K when she do the full expose, that thing be exposing.
Uh
But I didn't know that the battle rap exposed her.
oh yeah, and like if anybody was going to do it, it was going to be Geechee Gotti, because
Isn't he like a business partner or something? One of them is a business partner.
I believe it's the dude on the left, the guy in the Philly stuff, and
Mm,
which to me it's just like it also throws me back because last time I checked, Chrome 23 was supposed to be a battle rap for women.
mm,
Like that was supposed to be a women's battle rap league for other female rappers. And then you know what I realized? And she probably realized, and it's sad, female battlers are not marketable, and plus they're always getting into fights. So
mm,
she had to switch it up to where like men and women fucking battle. But that's sad because it's just
mm.
like because the reason why she made that league was to put on female battle rappers.
Well, she put on something, all right. That thing getting advertised, man. It's definitely getting seen now. Not for the right reason, but it's being seen.
Yeah, it was like me. Okay, and I'm gonna be on the optimistic side. I hope that the whole cheater allegation that shit is false because like I don't. it's one thing I don't like seeing relationships break up, and like I said, I don't harp big on celebrity relationships because you know motherfuckers just break up. Matter of fact, I don't know if you've seen the list, but everybody goddamn breaking up. If it's not Papu, supposedly Papoose and Remy's, Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor.
I know that's crazy, crazy.
Yeah, that was sad because them two look like they was made for each other.
And that
Uh,
came out of nowhere. Like,
yeah, I know. I was sad by that. And what else? Future may have got Tim's pregnant. The singer Tim's pregnant and shit.
how, where, when, just random. That's just random. Are they even dating? Do they like? Do they got a song together or something? Like,
I don't know.
mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And if she got pregnant
I,
before she made the song, that's just even more crazy. It's like,
it,
girl, what is you
I don't
doing?
know. I said I don't. I did. I if they was dating, I can understand. Okay, not everybody's relationship is our business. So, but I can understand that. But Jesus Christ,
Mm,
that's like all that feels such so irresponsible.
very. To be another one of his baby mamas. And like your career haven't even popped off hard enough for that.
Oh man. So I'm hoping, and this is just me. I'm hoping because like one, I like seeing Remy and Pap together. Like I do. Like what he said. Like they was like a symbol for black love, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. To me, it's just like if I got a relationship like Remy and Pat, I'll be good. Like especially what they be doing, like him being a hustler, like making sure he do well, and all that other stuff. Like that's a relationship. Like it doesn't be an exact one on one, but you would love to have a relationship like that. The way they love each other, you hold it down and all that other stuff.
Hmm.
It's like what person don't want that? So and
Exactly.
I'm hoping you didn't fuck that up because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like lately, she's been dressing like a little bit sexier. You ever noticed some of her outfits
So,
lately?
she's been dressing like that.
Huh?
She's been dressing like that for a while.
You
It's
know
not
better.
lately.
This shit new to me, but you know better than I do. But I love me some Remy. I do love me some Remy.
Well,
So
she been feeling herself for a while now. It's not about, because after she got a prison, she was feeling pain, but like she had a point where even when she was like friends with Fuji, they had wore like this sexy, I guess, nurse outfit. They went out to parties, like they were living their best life.
mm. but yeah, I guess those are the things I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
she
tonight.
gave Pap what
So
he wanted. And Pap wanted a kid. We all know he wanted a kid. He got his kid. You know.
say it again, B. You sounded a little muffled.
Oh, I said she gave Pap what he wanted. We all know he wanted his kid, a kid, and she finally gave him one. And now she's just like, living her life.
And this is oh god, oh god, oh god.
Mm,
This. I just
that's,
don't want. You know, I'm gonna
we
just
will
keep my
hope.
optimism. And she's not sure. Yes,
Let's,
I'm gonna be very naive. I'm gonna be selectively naive to this. It's just like so.
it, mm,
I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be. I want to be. I want. What is it? I don't want the opposite to happen. I don't want to find out that she cheated on the nigga or some shit like that, and they're about to
I
break
don't
up.
I don't
That'd
even
be
want to
sad.
hear that they are separated right now. Cause then that's like, yo, y'all been lying to people. Like, even though you like, let me just mind my business. That's crazy. I hope
Yeah,
I hope she don't do that to Pap though. He deserves better than that.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Um, Once again, B, I am forever grateful that you came on here and joined with me.
Me too. I'm doing
Anytime.
the I love to watch Korean dramas, so I'm doing the Korean Hearts.
Okay. And
It's like
yeah,
the
and anytime.
your uh thumb and your index finger, you put them together and like heart.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Doing it right. So, with on that note, let me know what you guys think. Um, she is material life. I am a skin of fly, and I am signing out. Peace.
Peace.